That's all good. We should start straight away, shouldn't we?
Guys, how are we?
Wait, I got intro first, man.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, get with the scripts, man.
Hit it, come on,
I've
man.
forgotten, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll talk about that too. You ready?
Yeah.
No Shoes in the House podcast. What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Eric Lamps here, and returning house guests, we have girl like Kacey back again, and we have King David back again.
Jeez.
But why do you give him the king
We've talked about this already, you know.
No, but I don't. Keep doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Doing it.
No.
Maybe you can call you queen.
Oh, please.
Look,
don't proclaim king.
If Dave's going to go by King David and you want to go by Kacey, then it's just going to be Kacey.
I don't want to go by
then that's it, isn't it? Like, you know, you
no,
don't, don't say to someone like, say...
I want to go by H.R.H. Kacey. Her
What?
Royal Highness. That's what I want to go by.
Wow, that's different.
Call me that.
That's different.
Why?
It's just
You never start this intro nicely, Casey, you know. Can we change it? 2020.
Exactly. It's 2020, man. There's a lot going on right about now.
Oh, please. 2020 is done. I'm in 2021.
No. It's 2020 is the year of reflection, man.
This year can honestly kick rocks, honestly.
Wow. Is this how you're treating 2020?
Yes.
The sheer disrespect.
It is. From about like February to now, it can kick rocks, honestly.
Okay, well, let's
couldn't kick rocks.
Let's go back to
what happened in January that it couldn't kick rocks.
Oh, I was in LA. That one was fine.
All right, let's go back to your first question, and we'll go with you first, Kacey. Kacey, how are you doing?
What was my first question?
How are you?
Oh, I'm well. It's a loaded question, isn't it? Make me want to cry. You know what?
I keep saying that, please.
What? Say what?
It's a loaded question.
No, that is a loaded question because there's bare answers to that question. Today I'm good. Yesterday I was a bit not good. Day before I was a bit. Evening of the day before I was extremely not good. But today I'm good. Today I'm good.
Are we gonna deep dive?
Huh?
Are we gonna deep dive to find out why you haven't been feeling the way you feel like you should feel?
Do you know what? Okay, the easiest way I can say it is I lost Kacey for a bit and I've been concentrating on the other version of myself.
What is that other version of yourself?
Why did you just say the name?
I'm not saying the name. The name, that person is in bed she's hibernating for a hot sec.
So, is it a bit like Beyonce and Shasha Fierce, or is it just
basically, yeah?
Okay.
Well, yeah, kind of.
Ego.
By the way, Dave, where are you? By the way,
you're right.
Where?
No, but where are you?
Because your reception doesn't sound as great as it should be.
Are you in a bathroom or something?
No.
Oh.
Okay, we'll try and work with it.
Yeah.
Kacey, continue.
Yeah. So basically, obviously, with my career, I kind of like my career. I use a different name, obviously, as you guys know.
Okay. But what if those that don't know, what is your career?
I don't want to talk about that. I mean, I can, but my whole reason for using Kacey is to like take me away from that, if that makes sense. So I'd rather not, but it's within the music industry, basically.
Okay, so you work in the music. Okay, we're unpacking some layers now. A bit more about you. Let people know a bit more about you. Carry on.
Yeah. So I work in the music industry. I do management and a few other things. And obviously, my music industry alias has had. She's still new to the industry, so I guess I've been learning the ropes and blah, blah, blah. And I had to make Kacey take a back seat when working with, I guess, colleagues and stuff like that.
Okay, so you use the other persona for that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I felt like, well, I've been made to feel like I can't be my true self because, I can't bring Kacey into the other world because Kacey's not going to be accepted, and that version of myself is, Muslims would say, is haram in that world. Yeah, and it's kind of like now I've gotten to the point where I'm a black woman in the music industry, and before anything else, before I am in the music industry, I am a black woman, and I have now decided that being a black woman is the hill I'm fighting for my blackness, and me as a woman is the hill I'm willing to die on, and I guess people don't like that. So it's been a rocky few months, and my music industry persona has been struggling a bit. But over the past, like, I'd say, like 12 days, I've had certain conversations with people that like know Kacey, and they've kind of reminded me who I am, and now I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm the shit. Like, why can't I just be Kacey in all areas of my life? So, yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just, I said a lot without saying anything, didn't I?
No, I kind of got a gist of it because what it sounds like to me,
I get it,
is a little bit of imposter syndrome. Would I be correct in saying that?
Yeah, kind of, but also like there's very few people that act like me. I guess there's very few people that are their this is gonna sound bad, but there's very few people that are their true authentic self, and I almost feel as though everybody's trying to like keep up with the Joneses and like keep up appearances, and I struggle to do that because it doesn't make me feel comfortable. Like, if this is something that I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, I can't pretend for the rest of my life. I can't do that. So I feel like I've accepted that I'm probably always going to be the odd one out, and people are probably going to shy away from giving me opportunities. So I'm going to have to make opportunities for myself, and that is what I like, kick down doors and like break barriers and all of those things, and that is what I'm like trying to work on now.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. It does, but could that just be a stereotype of the industry that you work in?
No.
Of like keeping up with Joneses?
No. That's facts.
What facts in terms of what? Facts that people keep up with Joneses, or facts that you don't want to play that particular role anymore?
I've never played the role. Like, I've held back, but I've never, I guess, conformed to like what other people conform. Like, I have morals. There's some people that don't, and I guess it seems like there are some people, because there are amazing people within the music industry, but there are some people that will do certain things to get a step up that people with morals would not do.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just weird, man.
Okay.
And then you find yourself second guess. Well, I find myself second guessing myself, especially over the past couple of weeks, thinking, wow, like maybe if I had done X, Y, and Z and played how they wanted me to play, then I would be blah blah blah. But actually, no, because why should I? A lot of the times they kind of go against you if you don't stick to their agenda, even if their agenda is the wrong thing to do. Once you decide that you want to do the right thing or what you think is morally the correct thing, like, they don't like that from what I've seen.
Okay. I'm just gonna say, it's just gonna put it out there anyway, because I follow you on Instagram. Some of the messages that I saw, I found a bit alarming, but I'll just say this to you now, whilst we're communicating, talking. Reach out to people that you know that you can confide in, know that you can trust, and talk. And I'll say it to everyone listening out there as well. Check up on people as well, man. Check up on, if you haven't spoken to someone in a long time, check up on them. Just see how they're doing. That's my advice for that particular situation. Yeah. Over to you, King David. How you doing?
I'm all right, man.
David, what was that?
I have to follow up to that, isn't it?
What an intro, by the way, guys.
Sorry, 1 second. David, okay, I need...
What are you going to ask me?
I'm going to ask you, how do you feel about what I said?
That's a good segue, actually.
No, it's not a segue because I want him to speak about his thing. But how do you feel about what I said?
That people are immoral in terms of what they do.
Well, every like that about the whole thing of keeping up with the Joneses and all of those things and morals and lack of and blah 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 and not being able to be your true self.
I think that happens in every industry. I don't think it's specific to entertainment as a whole. I do believe that there is a lot of fakeness in the industry, and we see it a lot, that people will be praising another person because they're in a position of power, but behind closed doors, they're talking bad about that person, isn't it? And I agree, obviously, being Christians as well in the industry like this, sometimes we have a disadvantage. I wouldn't really call it a disadvantage, but I'll just use disadvantage as the word now. But disadvantage in terms of that, we look at, like, when there's opportunities that morally doesn't fit into what we believe in, we won't do it. We won't do it. Whereas some people who probably don't have the moral compass will go ahead and do certain things,
and then we'll get penalised for not doing it. Like, like, then we'll get penalised for not doing it the way they did it. Then we'll get, dog eat dog world. Okay, I'm not that dog. Please.
Yeah, but I think that's why I don't like the word. That's why I didn't want to use the word disadvantage, because in the immediate future it might seem like a disadvantage, but I think long term, in the best way. But I just think that's just people in general, man. And I think that's why one thing I've been talking about a lot is living your true and authentic self, and being in a place where you can. Obviously, I know it's not always the easiest thing to do, especially in an industry where you have to, in a sense, keep up with the Joneses or whatnot. But like I said, I think it's better for you to live your true, authentic self than to be faking it, and then you lose yourself. And after like 5 years, you'll be like, who am I now? And I'm sure there's a lot of people in the industry, not just music, but in lots of different industries, that look in the mirror and say, who have I become, to be honest? But because the money or the opportunity looks good, they're like, there's nothing I can do in it. So, no, I think, like I said, I think you should always like live your truth in it and don't compromise. But at the same time, adapt to your environment as well, innit? Like, have wisdom in terms of how you interact or do stuff, innit?
Yeah, I think there's a difference between adapting and like totally like going against like who you are, what you believe in, and stuff like that. Because I feel like I I was able to adapt, and then things change, and then it's like, no, this ain't something that I can adapt to. Like this is not to me. I cannot do this. So yeah, I think I don't know.
I think.
Anyway, sorry.
No, I think it's interesting because I think that Jay-Z said it best. I think he said there's a line he says when he goes, "I'll show you how to move in the room for the vultures," and it's kind of like how you kind of what Dave said as well about adapting to the environment that you're in, but then again, still being yourself.
Yeah, you need thick skin in this industry, man. It's not an industry that you can just think that everything's going to be like hunky-dory or everything's just going to be like how it should be. Like, you need thick skin. It is a dog-eat-dog world. It is a result-driven business. Yeah, you need thick skin. It's not, like, obviously, if someone's thinking about going into the industry, there's a lot of highs, but then, yeah, it's a dog-eat-dog. Like, you could be, one day you could be the biggest artist in the world, the next day you have a rubbish song and everyone forgets about you.
Yeah, and I've seen it, witnessed my own two eyes as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, I've seen, it's the mad things I've seen, to be honest. Like, how sometimes people hit or something, that everyone's like praising them, running after them, whatever, and then when they're cold, no one even cares about them.
Yeah,
honestly.
Shallow.
Mad.
Honestly. Anyway, sorry. How are you, David? That was the question.
I am amazing. No, joking. I'm good. I'm well. I think that's just I don't even know. I don't feel like to be honest, it's hard to describe how I feel it because it's just I'm just like level one. Huh?
Just going with emotions, rolling with the punches, going through the emotions.
I'm going with the punches. Like, obviously this year has been crazy. So there's one aspect where you're thinking this year has been crazy, and there's that moment of like, wow, like this year is mad. But then at the same time, there's a moment of gratitude where you're like,
you made it.
It's crazy, you are. Like in terms of like my life, finances, health, whatever, I'm doing it. So it's half. I don't even know if that's a feeling. It's half. Like, obviously this year has been mad, especially for me and my family.
It's sweet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm grateful for where God has sustained me. So
I think
I'm alright. I'm alright.
I mean, something that you just said that made me touch on a post I saw today. It was one of the best quotes of 2020. It said, "This is not the year to get everything you want. This is the year to appreciate everything you have."
Yeah.
And that hit me, man. That hit me. That really hit me, man. So
I have to use that post that, you know.
Come on. Nah, it's good, man. I think it's good to share, talk, and just also realize that what you're going through, you're not the only one that's going through what you're going through.
How are you doing, E?
No, yeah, no, go for it.
With me, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. Life's been good. It's been you know, like, yeah, it's 2020. It's just been it's been for me. It's been a year of like a lot of, like, I'll say, mental battles, and I've almost had to try and like think outside the box, like do more affirmations. I need to pray a lot more, that's for sure. Yeah, and just really try and take my mind away from going down a particular path and stopping it before I even get there. If that makes any sense. Because I can see myself, if I didn't do things like podcasting or whatnot, I can see myself just slumped down on the couch and just sitting there until, because my life at the moment, it consists of, you wake up, take the kids to school, you come back home, you work, you make dinner, you pick them up, and then you go home, you feed them, bath them, read them. It just becomes like a treadmill over and over and over and over and over again. So it's a routine that you don't want to get comfortable with, but you kind of have to, but you don't want to, because there's more to life than just that, if that makes any sense. So you've also got to try and like I would say just take time out for yourself and have that moment and those moments of just being yourself kind of thing. So I still take regular walks, and I'll just listen to music, chill, listen to a podcast, books, talk to people. You know what I mean? That's like my time kind of thing. But I won't deny the fact it's been challenging. You want to go away, but you can't go away. But you can go away, but only certain places. And then this whole COVID testing before you go here, and then everyone's all up in Dubai doing what they want to do. It's just but again, before you start thinking of negatives, you then have to adjust your mindset and think, you know what? I'm grateful that I have life and I have breath, and I can walk, I can talk, and I can see, and I can eat food, and I can run and walk, and like there's no challenges. I can do those things quite freely. You know what I mean? I can move freely around London if I want to. Like I don't feel like someone's chasing me, or I've got to stay in my yard because I've got ops in my case. It's not that at all. Like I live when I think about it now, I live a good life. Especially compared to some. So it's been quite a reflective year, man. But it's not over yet. But we're definitely grateful. And I found myself talking a lot more now as well to people about stuff. Like just in terms of like I'm not afraid to show my feelings.
Okay.
Or talk about my feelings. Like we're having this great conversation now, and I'm talking about it. Which maybe this time 2 years ago, maybe it might not have happened.
Yeah, you would have been the host, and that's it.
Yeah, it just would have been, hey, I'm cool, man, that's it, done. Keep moving.
Hi, I'm Eric. I'm the host, and that's it.
That's it, done. You know what I mean? So, wow, what an intro. Almost like, I don't know, like 20 minutes in.
Wait, that wasn't an intro. We just had a full-blown
conversation about... All started off with, how you doing?
Oh, wow. That was quite heavy.
It was heavy, man. It was heavy. It was a very, very heavy intro. Start, should I say. But we move is good. Hopefully those that are listening can get something from this. So that's the main thing, is trying to... but before we go into some topic, let's give David a round of applause, man, for David's podcast as well.
Woo!
My clap there. Congratulations, David, man.
Thank you, man.
David, you told me about this time ago, but then I didn't even know that you started it.
Yeah, man.
That's rude.
Do you want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
You know?
Perfection syndrome, innit?
Yeah, I know. But tell the listeners what it's called, where can they find it, what it's about.
So yes, the podcast is called Shine Your Light. The podcast basically shines a light, pun intended. On Christians in the entertainment industry, and it's been a journey, because I remember when I started in the entertainment industry, and I used to go to church, and I used to get a lot of backlash from Christians who saw from the outside and say, like, why would you be in the entertainment industry? That's secular. That's the devil's playground, etc., etc.
But then they're the ones that still listen to the music. But anyway, yeah.
Exactly. But obviously, I didn't want to go back and forth. At that time, I won't lie. It did make me think, well, like, why I'm in this industry. It did make me doubt myself a little bit, etc. And then I was praying to God about, like, why be in this industry, etc. Why be allowed doors to be open in this industry? And then obviously God showed me, it was like, to be honest, I can't just have my people in industries where a lot of believers are. Like, I need my people in other industries as well to shine my light, in a sense. And
come on,
imagine if there was nobody, because obviously music, media, etc., if you really think about it, control a lot of people.
Yeah.
And imagine if there was none of God's light in that industry, it would be like the devil playing with everyone's minds. Because we know how powerful TV shows are, how music is, and stuff like that. And if there was no one in the industry like who were from God's people, like it just means that a lot of people will be led astray. That doesn't mean that I haven't worked with people who go against what God's plan is. And I'm not saying I'm a evangelist. Like every person I speak to, I'm like spitting Bible verses or whatever. But if I can show people God's love, or if I can tell people about God in a subtle way, you never know where that journey can start with. So basically, all it is just we're bringing people from background, frontground, celebrities, etc., to speak about their journey in faith and their journey being a Christian in the entertainment industry.
Invite me next year.
Yeah, definitely.
End of next year, though. I'm shy.
Get out of here.
You're shy.
Ain't doing podcast now. Get out of here, man.
No, but that's different.
What's different?
Because this one, I'm just chatting shit. That one, I'll actually have to think about what I'm saying properly.
Wow. You disrespect no shoes, yeah?
Yeah.
This one, I
We
think
need
about
God
what I'm...
content, you know.
Huh?
Wow.
We need gold content.
What content?
We need gold content for no shoes.
No.
Come on.
This one I give you gold content, yeah. But this one I give that one.
Crud, yeah.
This one I give crud, yeah. But that one I'll have to give I have to think deep about myself, and I have to go into my mad. Huh?
You do that anyway.
No, I have to go into my mad spiritual bag and unlock a different side of me.
How many sides do you have, man? You some sort of 3-piece coin. Let's start casting them demons out you.
Hey. Excuse me.
Oh,
Do you mind?
All right, should we jump into some topics now?
Yes.
Let's do it. First on my list, let's go and talk about some very famous supermarkets that's out there doing the most right about now. Let's go with the first one, Sainsbury's. So just to give the listeners...
Hey, I love Sainsbury's, Sainsbury's is where
the listeners a little bit of background context. So Sainsbury's released an advert on TV. It's their Christmas advert, but it featured a black family. Yes, a family that is black on TV.
Blackety black.
Just having...
You know what? Yeah, I was going to say that. I knew he was going to say blackety black. I'm waiting for you to say
blackety black.
All right, ignore. Yeah. So just had your generic family. Mom, dad, kids. You're just a family. It wasn't a stereotype. Wasn't no single parents in there. Wasn't drugs, gang banging and whatnot. Talking crud. Just a black family. A family that is black.
Yes, people. We have 2-parent homes as well.
Yeah, that happens.
Thanks.
That does happen for some of the bigots out
there.
there.
That happens with us too. Thanks.
All of a sudden, Twitter, some other social media platforms, just went crazy about seeing that on TV.
Because they're mad, basically. And
I know for a fact there's some guy sitting there with a balaclava talking crud online, saying things like, I thought it was a white Christmas. Disrespect.
No, you know what? With Twitter, yeah. I swear to you, you can't say anything, on Twitter. And I remember, obviously this is a bit off topic. I remember a female was talking about her aunt in it that had 44 properties in it and her portfolio, yeah. And the way Twitter was cussing her, how can you have 44 properties? You're so greedy, blah 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 that. I was like, what?
Why is that greedy?
Exactly. There's a black woman who's done well and has acquired properties to build her wealth, but then people on Twitter are just just rubbishing her. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, are people actually serious on Twitter, or do actually people have these kind of views?
I think
because
Twitter is the land of trolls.
People like being mad.
It's the land of trolls.
Good or bad in Twitter, it's mad. You
can't. It's land of trolls. And it's land of where everyone feels that they've got an opinion.
Can I be honest? Sorry. I know we're probably going to go into this later, yeah. Mm-hmm. But WizKid just did a whole YouTube live thing.
Let's come back.
Wait.
That's the more document. We'll come back to that, man.
Wait, no. I know. Yeah, but it does have something to do with what we're talking about now. He did a whole YouTube live thing. Yeah, did a whole concert. Yeah, and it was amazing as well. We still went on Twitter and said, did we miss Essence? The one song. We were still like, we just missed Essence. Did he not perform Essence? Yo, Wiz, where's Essence? Is he coming back?
But it's look, like I said, everyone's got an opinion on Twitter, and everyone feels like they've got the loudest voice in the room.
Yeah, they're entitled. Everybody's entitled.
But Essence, it is kind of sick though. Can't lie. But we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Yeah, right. So because of Sainsbury's and the advert, Tesco's also released their Tesco's also released their Christmas advert as well. And there's a model, air quotes, called Vanessa Vanderpay. Anyhow, I probably pronounced it wrong, forgive me. But she was actually in the new Tesco's advert with a couple, a black person. Vanessa's brand as well. And she filmed some behind the scenes footage of her being in the advert. Once Tesco's caught wind of the backlash from Sainsbury's, they cut her scene out.
Because they don't have a backbone. Because they don't have a backbone. That's all that is. I don't shop in Tesco anyway, really. I only shop in Sainsbury's and Asda these days.
So are we? Is this just? Are we going to cancel Sainsbury's and Tesco's now? I just want to know for the. I'm asking for a friend.
We're never cancelling Sainsbury's because Sainsbury's came out even with the smoke and defended yes, guys, inclusivity is everything. You can't, everybody, when it was, when in the thick of the Black Lives Matter thing, you can't come out then and be like, oh, we are against racism and blah, 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 blah. And then now you're cutting out black families. No, bun you and your store. Sorry. Your store is expensive anyways. Let me just go to Sainsbury's. Their store is quality stuff. Thank you very much.
Sainsbury's is more expensive than Tesco, though, you know.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Tesco is expensive.
Hey,
no, it's not.
Wait. Let me just interject here. I shop in Morrison's, Lidl, and Aldi. That's my lane, rude boy. Carry on.
Tesco. Sainsbury's has better quality products than Tesco.
I don't even like. In the Tesco the closest Tesco to me is Woolwich. I don't even like how that store looks. It's annoying. Now, why is there no reception in that shop? No, I don't like it. Let me just go to Sainsbury's where I like it.
Tesco's never got reception in any of their stores.
5 minutes away from it.
What did you say?
You live like 5 minutes away from that Sainsbury's.
It's not 5 minutes actually. It's 2. Thanks.
Sorry, that bad. My bad. Sorry.
I can see it from my bedroom window.
So your car, getting out of your car is 5 minutes or 2 minutes.
Huh?
Nothing.
Go away. Just go away. Oh man, but yeah, no. To be fair, I don't believe.
No one's cancelling anything. I think.
Yeah, I don't. We're not cancelling anything because we're all gonna forget. And I don't believe in cancel culture. It's fake.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
but and
it's all about prices, isn't it? Yeah. Like people are not gonna go to. Obviously, you might have different things, but I do think Sainsbury's is more expensive than Tesco, and if that means if your weekly shop at Tesco is like, let's say £50, but then your weekly shop at Sainsbury's is like £75, I don't see people foregoing the £25 just because Tesco decided to scrap the black family thing. But yeah, I respect Sainsbury's for like sticking up for it, and I just don't understand these people that don't understand that we live in a multicultural.
I don't get it, man. I really
those same people that will be like, no, the UK ain't racist. We let them. You let us what? What do you know? What's
funny? Yeah, this is off topic. Yeah, you know when people say stuff like that, yeah, and they put like capital letters, small letters. I always laugh at that, you know.
The UK ain't racist. Stupid Karens. They're so dumb.
Is the Karen film still coming out?
So I don't know. I don't pay attention to stupid things anymore.
Karen.
Because that is a very, very stupid thing. But yeah, I think, nobody's cancelling No Store.
I don't think so.
They can be mad if they want to, but like, that's their own personal business. When their Christmas turkeys runs out in Tesco, they'll come back to Sainsbury's.
Standard.
Honestly, they'll come back, please.
Yeah, I'm aware. But I mean, it just shows the ignorance of people nowadays, man, and the fact that shame. You know what? Shame on Tesco's for not being bold enough.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. Shame on those guys, man. Shame on your marketing team. Shame on you guys. But we proceed. This evening. Go on.
Sorry, no. Has anyone watched what's that program called? Does the Shoe Fit?
Nah.
I haven't watched it, but I see the clips.
Oh yeah.
All the time. It's very hard to miss those clips.
I don't know what it's about. Oh, you're talking about? Actually, is this the Chunks? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, I have seen that. That is hilarious. You know what? That program right there, yeah, that is hilarious. It's like it's just funny, just how some of them talk. Just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm just on the clarting thing. When someone says the word "clot," it just it's so vile and foul, but funny at the same time.
Oh man!
Big ups to Chunks, man. Big ups to Chunks and Philly, because those guys, yeah, I think personally, and Conan, Harry Panera, like those guys Harry. Right now are carrying TV. That these guys are gonna be the future presenters. I reckon what we got.
Anton Deck.
100%. So
I hope so, because Anton Deck they're too much, man. Go away.
And the thing about Philly and Chunks, they generally have a proper, genuine best friend relationship. Like those guys are tight. You can just tell, like, yeah, that's my boy. That's my brother. I respect that. Looking at them together, I'm like, that's how boys should be. You know what I mean? Like, I like what they have, man.
Always happy.
And that program is great content, and they do the numbers as well. Those numbers don't lie.
Yeah, so, like 4 million views.
Like, yeah, 1 million views in like 3 days sometimes. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, big ups to those guys, man. That is great content, man. Brilliant content.
Yeah, and I was with Taff, innit, the guy who produces the show, innit.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he's telling me, like, the whole process behind it, yeah. And he's just very smart in terms of the way because basically they film everything in one day, innit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And like an 8-hour day. But basically they just, when they edit, they just pick the like 20 minutes of the best shots in that 20 minutes. Isn't it? I think it's good because I was like, oh, you know what? It's not too long and it's not too short. It's just the right amount of time. I think itself, and he was just saying that the plans that they have for it is sick in it, and I think he's thinking about taking it to like other mediums. But I don't know if it works out. I think YouTube's like the best kind of space.
I think that's the audience, and also Chunks and Philly, they're YouTubers. Like that's the target audience.
They're musicians now.
Pardon?
They're musicians now.
Not now. Chunks has been a musician for a hot sec.
Yeah,
they've been musicians for a bit.
Yeah,
that's not Philly as well.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been musicians. They're like musicians and YouTubers.
I feel like I knew Philly as a musician before I knew him as a YouTuber.
I think
that's same as
I think that's good though, because you've got to think outside the box, and you have to literally not be a one trick pony. So if you can use your fame on YouTube and transcend that cross skilling onto, let's say, be like, look at KSI. That's what they usually do anyway. They got the audience and they'll move the audience somewhere else. Like KSI, he's the music as well, and I'm pretty sure he does numbers as well, man. And he's got crazy.
Yeah, KSI mad numbers, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, KSI's numbers are ridiculous.
That's what I mean. It's like it's mad. Like, could we say that he's doing bigger than Stormzy numbers?
Who
on YouTube?
Yeah, KSI.
Yeah, his subscribers list is mad.
But do
you know what? You know what?
It's different, though, isn't it? I don't think that's fair.
It's different because they're YouTubers.
Yeah, it's not fair.
But this is like it's probably crazy to say that. It's gonna sound crazy now. KSI is probably a bigger international artist than Stormzy.
But that's because he's a YouTuber.
No, I wouldn't say that, bro.
Sure.
I don't think he's a bigger artist. Wait, I don't think he's a bigger artist. I think that he may be known bigger because of
his audience,
away from the music thing, because of YouTube and because of like the fighting and all of those.
Are you talking about artist or are you talking about individual?
I'm talking about individual.
I'm talking about as known. Actually, yeah, like known. Like he's like you're more likely to know who a KSI is over Stormzy. True or false?
I don't know. The reason why I don't know is because Stormzy was going to do a tour in it, and he had loads of dates in it, and that world tour was not a small like numbers. It was like arena level. So I don't know if KSI could do that. I
don't know if he would want to do that. You know.
The question is, he probably doesn't have to do that.
A world tour.
What did you say, David?
You don't think KSI would want to do a world tour?
No. I don't feel like everybody. Huh?
I think he would.
No, I don't feel like. I feel like some people know their lane. So I feel like, yeah, it's all well and good. Like he's making these songs and running up numbers, but I feel like he knows that doing a world tour of his songs might not slap as much as him going in a cage and fighting, or him doing his YouTube thing. And I feel like, huh?
It's a ring. Yes, a ring. And also, it's called the Octagon, just in case.
Oh, same thing, man. It's all the same thing. A cage. They're all the same thing, bro.
They're not animals, by the way. But,
wow.
It doesn't matter. It looks like a cage.
Wow.
But yeah, I feel like everybody knows their lane. I think. I feel like if Stormzy went to go and do fighting, he would do it in like a small setting because he knows that's not his lane. So KSI going to do, even if he trained and, huh?
Nah, if Stormzy was to do a boxing match, that would be big news.
Yeah, that would be big news, 100%.
I don't think he would do it in like big old O2 Arena setting.
Remember, the one was calling for them to do a boxing match in O2.
Yeah, that's why.
That's when he called Eddie Hearn, wasn't it? Eddie Hearn, make it happen.
No.
And did Storms go and do it? No, exactly.
No, but Storms not going to do a small thing. Like, if Storms is going to do it, I don't think he would do it.
Storms just wanted to beat him up. He don't want to get in the cage.
It's not a cage.
It's a cage, bro.
Ring, my love, the ring.
No, I think for Stormzy, if he's going to do something, he's going to do it at the biggest level he can. Yeah. I don't think he's going to do it at a small level. I just don't think that's his character, innit?
I agree.
I don't think it makes sense to do it in a small thing. I think if we're going to do it, might as well do it in Wembley, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Should we move on?
Go for it.
I'm going to move on to some of the greatness we saw. We'll keep on topic of music. Some of the greatness we saw tonight on YouTube. Man like WizKid on YouTube Originals.
It so much.
I watched it. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. One thing what came to me was it was two things actually. It was, this might be the wrong way to say it. It was a distraction of like what's going on in Nigeria for one.
A good distraction?
A good distraction. I think we needed that. Like,
okay, yeah.
We needed that, shall I say? Because of all of what's happening in Nigeria, then you have a great artist like WizKid come out with some beautiful music and a beautiful album, by the way, as well.
And it's great because he still spoke about it.
Yes. And also what I thought as well was it was also another great opportunity for those people in the creative field of musicians that might find it hard in this period of a pandemic to find work, to get work in a place like that, where we're working with a great artist. So it's more opportunities. And also I thought this might just be it in terms of like touring. Like, this is where we might have to do going forward. Just put something online and just vibes out and chill out in our homes until we come to some sort of solution, I guess. But overall, fantastic, great setup, great show, great production. The guy's got hits, man. Friggin' hell, he's got hits, man. Frig.
You guys know I'm not the fan of Afrobeats, yeah. But then when I went to Ends Fest last year, and I didn't even know I even wanted to see him, but I found myself like near the main stage. There was like a kind of stage thing for people with disabilities, and I went to go and stand on there, and I went to go and sit on there, to be fair, and I found myself dancing and singing along to every single with. I surprised myself because I was like, "Rah, I proper love this guy."
Yeah, he's dope.
It was nuts. He's amazing. He's amazing,
dope, man. He's dope, man. And I mean, I like the fact that I can enjoy a concert like that in my own home.
Mm-hmm.
I love
it.
It
did make me miss live shows, though.
Yeah, I miss it. But if this is what it's going to be like, if it is, I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, but I'm not trying to pay for that. I'm not going to lie.
No, I want live shows, man. Live bands. I think they're being like. I do hear you. If obviously that's what we have to do, that's what we do. But imagine being there, man. That's what I was always thinking.
Exactly.
That would have been sick. The energy would have been sick, man. That would have been a vibe and a half, man.
It definitely need to be. So, yeah. Like, if clubs were open, I could listen to that whole album, man.
Honestly, and I feel like if straight after that, they had released like tickets, I would still buy the ticket and go and watch that exact same set again. I don't care. I'll go.
100%, man. Like,
I just can't believe how many bangers that album has.
Honestly.
You know when you see musicians, right, and they release multiple bodies of work, but you think, there's like a few projects that you think to yourself, but you kind of fallen off a bit around that project, or they just fall off. He's had hits after hits after hits. Go on.
No, to be honest, this is the first. Actually, not the first. Probably the second album. Sounds from Another Sound. Was it the last album? I didn't really like it, but this one, I really thought that he took his time.
Yeah.
With it, and one of the big things, obviously, the executive producer was a guy called Protege, who I know as well.
Fantastic.
And you can just tell, like, the musicality album, the instruments, it just took it to another level. I think that his musicality even went up a little bit. And obviously some people, I wouldn't even call it like an Afrobeat album, but
it's not. It's not.
It's not. R&B influences.
He does Afrobeat R&B so beautifully. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
reggae as well. Like, it's just, it's a beautiful album, man.
For me, there's like 3 standout tracks: True Love, sick. True Love, Essence,
amazing.
Ginger, and I'm gonna go No Stress. No Stress. The melody on No Stress is.
What's that wine one?
You know the one I like. One of the ones I like the most is Blessed. You know.
That's the tune.
Wow, that tune just speaks to my soul, man.
Is that the one with Damian Marley?
Yeah,
man. That's the tune.
It just puts me into like Jamaica and just good times. It just puts me to another place, isn't it? And even the one with Thames, that one
Essence, that's Essence, yeah.
Oh, that's my favorite song.
Yeah.
The way her voice goes in that song,
you know, I said this to Wale as well about Thames. Her voice is not perfect. It's just got a lot of.
You know what? It's not perfect.
It's got a lot of pain behind it and feeling. That's what gets you with Thames's voice. That's what me anyway. That's me anyway. Vocally, it's not like, I don't know, Kelly Price vocal.
It's unperfect.
It's rough. It's raw. Yeah. It's like a raw, rough sound, and I'm like, this girl's voice is sick. And the way she comes in, I'm not even gonna attempt to sing it, but if you hear it, and I remember when I heard it, and I heard it twice, I called Wale and I say, bruv, what did you do on this one? And he just started laughing and put the phone down.
That song is just spiritual, man. Like,
it's deep. It's magical. The album it's a magical album. It's a great album. And
that one,
I've heard criticism from some people saying, "Oh, he doesn't have like that like
what do you mean?
Song on it that people are gonna like scream and shout like a Dankote or something like that."
There's
but
like
I don't
five of them.
agree.
There's like what are you talking about?
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
I think because it's more of like a
it's a chill album, isn't it?
Because it's more of an Afrobeats R&B album. That's why people think that when it comes to him doing it live, they're not going to be. But actually, no, it's going to look like a choir singing the flipping song. There's going to be torchlights on everywhere. It's going to be amazing. I can see it in my head right now. Woo!
Nah,
obviously I'd like guest list for that concert, but even if I don't, I'll buy a ticket.
I think that album.
It's a different mood, isn't it? Like there's different artists with different moods, isn't it? Like I kind of I don't know. I don't understand what they're saying. I hear what they're saying, but I just think for Wiz, the album's sick, man. I don't think it's one of the albums where they can't play in a club or play things like Ginger is a more upbeat.
I don't even think Ginger. I know Ginger's like the first single. I don't even think that was the second single. I don't even think that was like a strong track. You know, like you listen to an album like that's could be a single, that's a single, that's a single. There's like 7 bangers on there. Like they can all come out at any time, and no song is like stronger because that song came out first. That makes any sense. It's not like, and I'll say this. The reason why I rated the album so much as well is the fact that with someone that's gone through all those experiences and you still come out and produce an album like that, like you've seen it all, done it all, and you still come out and manage like that. And I'll put that, like, say, let's take Burna Boy for example. Burna Boy previous album before his album he just dropped. For me, I loved it, but it was for a particular time, and he was in a particular time with mind frame of, I think the whole Coachella thing, and so he came out with that album was quite political as well. But his new album, obviously, he's in a different mind space, so he was able to reach on different artists like your Chris Martins and so forth. So the album's kind of got a different feel. But Wizkid, he's done that, and he still comes out with this excellence. If that makes sense. But brilliant body of work, fantastic. I really enjoyed that one, man. I'm all for it.
Question.
Go ahead.
Question. Okay. Do you guys believe in
Santa?
No. Rekindling old flames.
What do you mean?
David, what did you just do?
What was the question?
You heard the question.
Rekindling old flames.
Do you guys believe in rekindling old flames?
It depends.
I'll be honest, right? Yeah.
Factors.
I'm gonna say this. This sounds like a question Kacey actually wants answers to.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Okay. What I would say is previously, as we all know, I haven't wanted to speak on certain things.
That's a lot of the time, but carry on.
Shut up. However, I'm a bit more open to speak on this one.
Okay.
How open? Can we really delve in?
I'll see. It depends on the question, to be fair. But I'm a bit more open to speak on this one.
So let's rephrase it. Let's ask you that question. That question not for us. That question is more of a question for yourself. How do you feel? No. Yeah, let's unpack. Let's take back his layers, as you might hear in some cancelling sessions, as they say. Let's take back some layers.
So how was your childhood? No, joking.
That's usually one of the questions. So it seems like or this is an assumption here. You was close with someone. An incident may have happened, and knowing the Kacey that I know, you probably just locked them off.
I what them off?
Locked them off.
Something like not in a small way. Yeah, carry on. What did you say?
I just blocked them. I just blocked them. Block. I just blocked them. Block. But yeah. So it sounds like.
Guys are so dumb. Are you gonna finish the question or what?
Right. Okay. I'm getting there. Just bear with me now. So it sounds as if, like, say you block them, and that person might be knocking on your door again, but you're kind of like not sure if you want to open that door because of the emotions and the feelings that it might open up again. And also you feel like, should I give this person another chance or not? Tell me if I'm warm or hot or cold.
Kind of.
Kind of warm, kind of hot, kind of cold?
Kind of hot.
Okay.
Kind of warm.
Okay.
Kind of warm, kind of hot.
Okay. So now you wanna know whether you should continue the pillow talk.
Well.
Ooh, I hit a nerve. It sounds like I'm good. I'm good
no,
today.
You didn't hit a nerve.
I'm good today, right?
You didn't hit a nerve because
I got a reaction.
No. You didn't. That was not a reaction from pillow talk.
Okay.
Basically, you
think twice before you say anything, because you do know that you have listeners, right? Carry on. As you said,
I know.
You got fans, right? You got fans. Carry on. Okay.
I know. Okay. Your girl knows.
A
person wronged me in a big way, and like it blew up in a big way. They then came back once and gave me the opportunity to cuss and ask whatever questions, and then there's been a second rekindling over the past almost like 2 weeks. Obviously, I am proceeding with caution, but like. It's been nice. I'm not gonna lie and say it hasn't, because it's been nice.
Is the word you're looking for? Is it apprehension?
Well, not even apprehension. I don't think. I just know that I need to be. I need to protect myself.
Oh, okay.
I need to, and to be fair, I can say this to you because we've already had this discussion. So I need to protect myself, and it's kind of like a show and prove thing. Like show me something kind of thing. Because before I put a lot of myself out there, and it got to a point where I was getting diddly squat. But like that's all been discussed. So yeah, I don't know. You know what? Yeah, go on.
I was gonna ask 2 questions. First question I was gonna ask you was this did this contribute in your triggers for how you've been feeling lately?
Negatively?
No, how you've been feeling lately. As negatively, how you've been feeling.
As in how? No.
Okay.
If anything, to be honest, it's. Oh well, no, well, yeah, kind of, because I've been able to remember Kacey in it. So it's been more of like a positive addition than a negative addition.
Okay. So,
or positive contribution and a negative contribution.
All right. Does this person add value to your life?
Now they seem to be, but as I said, hasn't even been 2 weeks yet.
Okay.
David, hold on. Are we doing a podcast and you're typing?
No.
I can hear you typing.
You know David already.
David, bruv, take a break, fam. We're doing a podcast and you're typing on your laptop. That's rude.
I'm not typing on my laptop, actually.
You were typing on something.
Come on, continue, because right about now the content is gold. The content is gold right now.
Why is the content gold? Why? Because it's my business.
Of course.
You guys are so mad. Why it must be gold? Because it's my business. Can you really talk
about it? You know.
So
no, I know.
Also, another question I got to you as asked, because remember you said on a previous podcast that you've never been on a date. Have you been on a date with this person?
There's nowhere to go, but kind of.
Okay, so we got progress now. We got 2020. We got progress, man. We've got progress now. 2020
and that's all I'm saying on that. Okay.
Fair enough. I like that.
David, shut up.
I can't laugh now.
No, that noise that you were making. Ooh, that one. What did you say?
Date.
No date. There's nowhere to go. So there's nowhere to go on a date.
But you've had a date though, right?
Huh?
But you've been on a date somehow. I'm telling Boris.
David, why are you laughing?
I'm telling Boris Johnson. I'm telling.
I haven't been on a date. Actually, let me change that to a no, because I haven't been on a date with him.
Okay. So let's go back. You're thinking about rekindling this flame again.
No. You see my question, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
My question has nothing to do with me, you know, because I've already made up my mind.
Okay,
I wanted to go.
What did you make up then?
That's got nothing to do with this podcast. That is
hang on. So how can you ask a question about the situation and then say you made up your mind?
I didn't ask the question. No.
It's nothing to do with this podcast.
No, I didn't ask the question about this situation.
Remember, it's recorded, okay? So I can go back to the footage.
Wait. I asked the question ask the question, not about my situation. My situation is what it is. I am getting to know someone again. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I just wanted to know you guys' opinion on rekindling things.
Or you do, to help you decide, or just in general?
No. In general, not for me. It's not about me. I'm just asking in general if your opinion on rekindling things.
But you asked a question to get a reaction to see if it can help your situation, right?
No.
So you just threw it out there, just willy-nilly.
I was just using my situation as an example.
Okay. Well, for
it
me,
had nothing to do with.
I've got to tap out of that one.
Why? Because you're married?
Of course. What can I say?
No.
Let me just answer it.
Go on, David.
I think it depends on a lot of situations. I think it depends on a lot of factors. One of the factors being, how did you break up? Was someone unfaithful? Was there abuse? Etc. So for me, it depends on what you like. The reason you ended things in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was cordial, like if there was no like main reasons why you broke up or someone like cheated, personally, I don't know if I would rekindle that. But at the same breath, people can change, people grow up, people mature, etc. So they could have changed their, they could have become a better person, a better character. So you shouldn't overlook that. But me personally, probably not. And then it's all about what's your intention with that person as well. What's the intention? Is this person you want to rekindle going to be your husband or wife? Or did you just see them and you missed the feelings you had with them when you were together? I think I just think it depends, man. Like, people get back with their old things for like a multitude of reasons. I remember, like, this was a couple of years back where my ex reached out, but she followed me on Instagram. And the reason we broke up here was like me. I was stupid. I was young. I'll say the reason. Hope she's not listening.
Think twice.
The reason why I broke up with her, I remember at this time I was probably 21, which is young, which I was young back then. The only reason I broke up with her is because I was going to Miami that summer.
Oh, for flip's sake! Oh,
And I'm not someone who likes to cheat or whatever. So I thought, you know what, the best thing for
David.
You know, David, you kept it true. You kept it true. You kept it true.
I'm not gonna lie. Isn't it better, for me to break up with her? And the thing is, it wasn't just that. That was like the biggest excuse, but there was other thing in the relationship that was like mad. Like, for example, she didn't trust me much in it, so she hated me drinking in it. So every time I would go out, she would like call me like when I'm back home and say, "Oh, have you drank?" And I was like, "Yeah, just like a couple of like cocktails or whatever." And she would get like proper angry. I was like, "Oh, I don't like you drinking, blah blah blah." And I think at that age, because I was young, I was like, "Why? Like, this is a bit mad, isn't it? Why are you being so controlling?" kind of thing. And then obviously the Miami thing, I was just like, you know what? I'm probably not happy.
I'm not gonna lie, you probably warranted her.
Wait. You didn't know me when I was that age, to be honest.
It don't matter, but you probably warranted her semi not trusting you, because how can you say that you broke up with her because you were going to Miami? She probably would have broken up with you.
Wait. Can I finish?
Go on, finish.
There's guys out here that are cheating on their girlfriends like man. So in a sense, I did a bit of a favor.
Well, you know what, David? Can I say something? Can I say something, David? Yeah, you probably did more hurt then. Can you imagine? David's like, yeah, this ain't working. 2 days later, David's wearing a white shirt and white shorts.
So annoying.
Miami guy.
Yes, you're right. In that moment, it was hurt, but to be honest, I'm just someone I just couldn't see myself cheating in it, and I'm just not someone who likes to cheat, because I just don't think it's fair on that person, in it. My thing is like, if you feel like you're going to cheat, you might as well just break it or call it off with the person you're with, in it. So I didn't want to come back from Miami, lie to her, said nothing happened, and then she finds out something, and then it's just a whole hoo-ha, and then your character's brought into question, whatever. But I was young, man. I was immature. I'm not going to say that I was like, I had wisdom or anything. I was just immature. Like, I was enjoying life. Uni just finished. I just wanted to enjoy life at that moment before I was saved as well. Disclaimer. But yeah, so basically, it wasn't a big reason why we broke up. Or there was like certain things, obviously like the controlling aspect. And then obviously she messaged me on like Insta. I was surprised anyway. But yeah, we were talking, and I was thinking, bro, like, could I rekindle this? Like, she seems like she's mature. She seems like she's grown.
Had you matured? Were you grown?
Yeah, I was mature at the time. And that's why I was like, actually might be a good start to like rekindle it. And then it just wasn't worth it, man. Because when I started talking to her properly, some of the things that I thought that she needed to like develop at that age, and I think at that time she was like 20, still haven't been developed. There was a lot of things that I didn't like about her back then that she still had now. And for me, I was like, you know what, there's no even point like rekindling this, because what I don't want to happen is like it's the same cycle kind of thing itself. So it just depends, man. It just depends.
I think I think that you're right. I do think it does kind of depend on the reason why. For me personally, I don't know if I could ever go back to someone that cheated. Yeah, I do see like growth and everything, and I do believe in like I believe in second chances, because I believe in, like, I guess, put your money where your mouth is. If you're saying this, then show me something. I guess that's how / why I believe in second chances. If I'm not just here for the all talk now. But the three things.
You get back someone who cheated on you before?
Huh?
You get back to someone who cheated on you before?
No.
Oh.
No. Because I won't trust them. And my thing is, the three things that I really don't like is people that mess with my money, people that mess with my time, and people that lie. And if there was someone that did all three, and it blew my mind, like, they didn't cheat because we weren't officially together, but they lied, and they did all of these like weird things, and even them, I would give them a second chance if they come back and if they show me that they've changed and all of these things, and if they give me honesty and blah blah blah. But I do think that I'm the kind of person that I would say I'm not stupid. If we are not exclusive, I don't expect you to just speak to me because you're not my man. So speak to me. You can speak to like whoever, but keep it real. Like if there ends up being a girl that you do want to proceed with, then tell me. Like don't just lie, because I will know anyways, because my intuition is on 1,000. And if I ask you, I'm not asking you. I feel like some men think that they're when women ask, it's like, oh, they go into a frenzy and then they lie. No, if I'm asking you a question, I'm asking you the question because I know the answer. I just want you to confirm what I already know. But then people will lie about it, and then I'm just like, yeah, this is very, very, very tiring. And it's just. But then if you come back and then you show me that you've changed and all of these things, it would still be the same ground. Just be honest, and then I'll proceed with caution until I know that I can fully trust you, I think. Obviously, I know the importance of like private, not secret now. I didn't before. But I know the importance of that now. So I know that, yes, I just spoke about my whole situation on the podcast. However, nobody knows who I'm talking about, so I don't care. But I do believe in rekindling if one person or both people have changed, because I know I've changed since that situation. I know I've changed because I used to wear my heart on my sleeve. I still kind of do, but I'm not as open as I was. I've learned my lesson. I've learned, like, you kind of have to play the game sometimes. I've learned that, like, you can't give too much of yourself. I've learned that, yes, a man can speak to more than one female and a female can speak to more than one man. That's never been me, but, like, you know, I'd be very dumb, I think, and I'd be doing myself a great injustice if I did only speak to one guy, knowing that he's speaking to more than one female. Yeah. I think it's a learning experience. I think rekindling, as long as you've learned the lessons, you can rekindle. That's what I think.
That was amazing.
Is that sarcasm?
Nah, yeah, a little bit, yeah, but it's not.
I need to do a TED talk now.
What'd you say?
TED talk.
I said you need to do a TED talk now.
I can't stand either of you. I can't stand. You want me to speak? I've given you content.
No. I agree with what you're saying.
No, so do I. But you know what I thought was fantastic? Kacey threw out the question and just answered it so beautifully after for herself. Saying that it's not about me, it's about herself. No, she said it's not about myself. I'm asking you the question, and she just answered it. I just love that.
No, because I have an opinion. But just because I have an opinion.
When you're
just because I have an opinion doesn't mean I'm talking about myself.
Like when you're doing your keynote session anyway, when's your one coming up?
What keynote session?
Honestly, I don't know. You're just so good at talking.
Hey, I'm shy, you know. I don't even like speaking in public. That's mad.
That's a lie.
No, it's not a lie. I don't like speaking in public. I can't stand up in front of a group of people and speak. Do you know how many people have called me to come and do talks, and I've said no?
Talk your talk, innit?
No, nah, I can't. I'm shy. Excuse me, can you switch it off?
Sorry, it's just.
What are you gonna be shy for?
Yeah. Why are you shy for, man?
You
probably got about 4 hours of content with me, at least.
I can't stand you. I cannot
stand you.
Yeah, I cannot. You guys are so annoying. Do you know what my family?
We can't stand it. So,
my family all day have been going, no, and it's so annoying.
But that's what
they won't leave me alone. They won't leave me alone. All of you guys. I'm
gonna wrap up now, but I want to say this question actually, because I actually got asked this question actually. This is a question for David. Because this question is for David actually. That someone asked me.
Yes.
one of the fan clubs. Now, because you have, one of your fan clubs, one of your fan clubs. So, you haven't been in a podcast for a while, but I told someone that, like I'm doing one with David and Kacey very, very soon. And the question they asked me was, can you ask him if he's been to any dinner dates lately? That's just what the streets are saying. That's just what the streets are saying.
Don't lie.
No, because they were on lockdown.
No.
Don't try it.
The people want to hear. The people them. They want to hear.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. Quick.
What's the time scale though?
Look.
Listen.
This is the best one. From the last episode that you've been on until now.
When was that?
Exactly, that's the point. Have you been?
You know, the way David maneuvers out and just shakes it off.
Do you know what's mad even about David? What's mad about David is that David just told us a little bit about himself, about a past experience. I'm not gonna lie, I was silent because I was gobsmacked. Oh my days, David talking. David is talking about himself. This never happened. David, can you please tell us about your dinner date? No, don't.
I told you
it to me. Oh, please.
Can I?
Yeah, Dave, you can answer. Because I'm actually gonna title this episode "Honesty" because I think this episode.
I don't think I have been since the last episode.
David, please don't lie.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I've been on.
I'm gonna take David's word for it because he's been open and honest.
David, you're a liar, man.
What are you gonna I'm a liar?
You're just lying.
You're laughing at you.
I'm calling David a liar these times. I'm not even sure, but I believe he's lying.
That's a statement, you know.
David's
calling you a liar,
lying.
you know, that's deep. That's deep.
I believe he is lying.
You think I go on dinner dates every day to you?
Because you do. So just stop lying.
Wow.
You do. Stop lying, please.
I wish I did, but yeah, no, since the last episode, I haven't been on a dinner date.
Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, have you been out with a female? And don't lie.
Should I wrap up, David? David, should I come and give you the alley and wrap up?
Have you been out with a female?
Yeah.
Oh, but it wasn't a dinner date. It wasn't dinner, but it was a date.
No.
Okay.
I'm actually trying to remember the last time we was on a podcast.
Wow, it's been a while. It's been a while actually. It's been about 2-3 episodes. About that.
David. Just gonna Eric, bro. You don't even apply pressure to David. You just allow him to lie.
Yeah, because it's funny.
All the time.
You asked me a question. You said, have I been dinner? I said, no. You said, have I been on a female? I said, yeah.
Have you been on dates?
Have I been on dates?
Why do you have the question? You just have to.
Of course I've been on dates.
You just say, of course you've been on dates.
Yeah, you said, have I been on dates? Of course I've been on dates. Haven't you been on dates?
No. Well, a date.
Exactly.
But mine is only in the past 12 days. Yours has been.
Okay, I'll wrap up. But one more thing: do we care about Heady One and Tion on the plane? No.
I feel like
allow it. It's not worth it. Maybe different platform.
Yeah, you never let us speak.
I just want to say thank you very much for your time. It's been great. Bless you guys. Again, this has been another episode of No Shoes in the House. And thank you again, guys, for listening. And make sure you follow, subscribe, like, spam, share, all that good stuff, man.
Mm-hmm. Boom, bam.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Stay safe.